All right, we are going to go ahead and move on to percents. All right. What I want you to do on your guided notes, I want you to turn it over to the very back. Okay, now you should only have pencil, calculator, and guided notes out. On the back, there's a big open space. We're going to do what we call a quick write. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to write as much as you can about percents. Literally anything with percents. Maybe what they are, where you use them, how you use them, why they're important, anything. If it has something to do with percents, you can write about it. Macy? Yes, absolutely. Do bullet points. See, I just want you to be writing for 2 minutes. Got it? Ready? Set. Go. .45 more seconds. When have you used a percent? I didn't think about it. All right. What do you know about percents? Tell me something. Aiden.
Percents are used for comparing a number to 100.
Used to comparing a number to 100. Patrick. Change fractions into percents and percents into fractions. Jacob. On a test, you get a percent. That's really important. What I want you to do within all of this topic, you know about percents and you can relate them to a test. Whenever you get an answer, I want you to think about if this was a test, what would my percent be? And make sure your answer and that percent that you think you get on the test makes sense together. They relate it to something that you know. Lily.
Percentages are using like pie charts, shopping like 20% off, and other uses.
Absolutely. We have shopping using percents. Pie charts. Parker. Look at you, man. Yeah, nice. Look at you. Clayton.
I said you can use them for device battery.
For device what?
Battery.
Device battery. Oh, you have 20% left of battery. Riley.
We got an 8 out of 10 in the test. We divide 8 by 10 and then multiply that.
So percent is a fraction. You can do division because of division, or a fraction is a division problem. Aiden.
We use it for sales prices, and margin by that.
Right. Good. Jacob. There you go. That's a big one. Okay. Good job. That is a good start with percent. Go ahead on your guided notes. Now on the front of your guided notes, it says a percent is a ratio Have we heard that word before?
Yes.
Yes, we've heard that word. A percent is a ratio that compares a number to 100. The symbol for that's the symbol for a percent, and we all know that. Then you can write a percent as a fraction with the denominator in one as 100. Okay, that is what a percent is. When you put that denominator at 100, that's going to be your percent. Questions on that? Right. Great. We're going to go ahead and look at part 1 then. Okay, you are given this information here, and I want you to figure out questions A, B, C, and D. Okay, this is your table for the complete statement for video games sold. So this is your information for video games sold. I want you to answer A, B, C, and D. If you want to talk with your neighbor, you can, or you can do it independently. Okay, this whole thing right here, this whole chart, would be what percent? Brilliant. Good. It would be 100%. There are 100 different boxes, units. There we go. Thank you. There's 100 different units, and all of them, there are 100. So 100 over 100 is 1. 1 equals 100%. The first one says, what percent of the games sold were sports games? Okay, sports is the purple one, or one on the left-hand side. Lily? 35%. Good. These are rows of 10, so you have 3 rows of 10 of 5 more. B says, what percent more sports games than strategy games were sold? Not how many strategy games were sold. How many more sports games? Well, good. That should be 10%. How do we find 10% there? Brilliant. Perfect. You have to find the percentage of the sports game and you subtract the strategy. 5 minus 25. C says, what percent of the games sold were not racing games played? Perfect. 60%. 40% were racing games. And D, more blank games were sold than any other type of game. 10. Racing games. Perfect. All right. What I want you to do is I want you to stand up. If you play video games or have played a little bit of video games. Everyone. Okay. What I want you to do, I want you to raise your hand for what you would rather play, sports, strategy, or racing. All right. If you'd rather play a sports game, video game, you raise your hand. What's the highest sports? All right, what about strategy? And racing. All right, good. Have a seat. All right, I don't play video games. I played video games when I was younger. I played a little bit a couple of years ago. I played through Fortnite. I got a W in Fortnite, and I gave up for the rest of my life. I ended up with a win by sitting in a bush, and I said, I'm good to go. Then I played, that's more strategy, I would say. And my favorite game that I played at the time was Rocket League. Yes! Which is a little bit of racing and sports. There's probably some strategy.
It's actually all free. It's all free.
I would say that. All right, here we go. We're not going to answer this. I'm not going to make you answer, but I want you to tell me how we would solve this question. It says, what percent of the crossword puzzle is black? Aiden. Perfect. If we know that there are 100 total units or squares in here, we could just count the number of black squares, and that is going to be our percent. Okay, because when you write a percent as a fraction, it is your numerator over your denominator is the denominator. The bottom number is 100. Your numerator is just the percent. Okay. All right, moving on to part 2. Harker told us earlier that you can relate ratios, fractions, and percents. We're going to add one more. What else could you relate these to? Macy. Decimals, perfect. So here, I want you to put okay, on the chart in part 2, add decimals. And I want you and your neighbors to go ahead and complete the table. We have comparing ratios, fractions, percents, and decimals. What is another way that you can write a ratio? You can write a colon, or you can write it, Mason? Where's 2? What's the other way? Lily? Right as a fraction. So I'm going to write 1 to 2 as 1 over 2. Now, how do I get the numerator for 100? Like the denominator. Put it in. Half of 100, or we should probably show some work here, right? Half is pretty easy, pretty basic. But if we have 1 over 2, we're trying to get to the denominator of 100. How do we do that, Brogan? Multiply by 50. Multiply by 50. We have 50 over 100. Peter, what would the percent be? How do you know? Patrick. Okay, how do you know that? All right, so the way to explain that would be whenever you have the denominator of 100, the numerator is just 1%. Right, and Patrick talked about when you have a decimal point, 0.5. To get to your percent, you multiply by 100. And in decimal form, you multiply by 100. So you swoop it 2 times to the right. 50%. All right, if we have 10 over 100, what would the ratio be? The second part is 10. Rated 1 to 100, 1 to 10. 10 to 100, that gives us 10%. If we have 70%, what is that out of 100? Jacob, 70. And out of 10, Clayton, 7. Give me a different fraction that would represent 70%. Patrick. Number 10, we got it. Another one. Aiden. Perfect. 14 over 20. We multiply the denominator 10 by 2. Multiply the numerator by 2. 14 is our equivalent. Barker. 28 over 30. 48. Say one more time. 28. multiply by 4. Got it. Another one. Tom. 63 over 90 multiplied by 9. What about 700 over 1,000? Does that work? Yes. Okay. Are we good with that? Decimal form here is 1/10. This is 7 tenths. 0.7 and 0.1. Questions there? Nice. Let's go to part 3. All right, in your class, 2 out of every 5 students wear braces. What % of the students in your class wear braces? Go ahead, show your work on solving part 3 on the front page there with the braces. 2 out of every 5. What % would that be? Tell me how you got to your answer. Okay, if we have 2 out of 5 people wearing braces, what are we going to do to find the %? Jacob? We do 2 times 20, we get 40, and then what do we do? Let it multiply with 5. Then you multiply by 20 as well. Yes, it's equivalent. You are right with the 40%. Show your work there. Okay, everyone type in 2 divided by 5 in the calculator. You should get 4/10. Multiply that by 100. Let's move your decimal point 2 times to the right. You should get 40%. Are we good with that? Okay, go ahead and turn your paper over then to the back. Because you have a denominator of 100. Okay. Why we multiply by 20 was so that we have a denominator of 100, so that gives us a percent. All right, on the very back page of your guided notes, I want you to answer question, the last one, where it says at a soccer game where 15 out of every 20 spectators are wearing sunglasses and 18 out of every 25 spectators are wearing hats. Were hats or sunglasses more popular? I want you to solve that showing some work. Once you've done that, raise your hand. I will check your work, then you can start on your homework. You will have finished it today within 5 minutes. But if you didn't start on your homework, make sure you are showing your work.